Let's start again. Hello, everybody.
Yes, hello again.
Hello.
Now, I was telling you, if we go, back on DAD and back on online lessons and so on, you could use lyrics training. It's a website where you can, where there are many songs already loaded, but if there isn't a song you're looking for, you can type it and ask it to be loaded, and they do it. So whatever song you want to, of course, if it's published, if it's not your personal song you wrote by yourself, but if it's an existing public song, you can dial the title and they will load it for you with the lyric and everything. And you can have your children play a game like this. Insert the words or insert the words, choosing them out of a list. Yes, the website works like this. The song goes on. If you manage to put in the correct word, the song continues. If you don't, if you cannot insert the correct word, maybe because it's too fast or you didn't catch it, it stops. And you can ask for it to make you listen to that part of the song again as many times as you want to, or if you really can't manage to find the word, you can ask it to insert it for you, and the song goes on again. At the end, you're given a score, and it can be a race among your children who scores the highest mark. It's an idea. You can take a song. There are many songs which are very good for teaching English, according to what part of grammar you're doing at the moment. So there are words with phrasal verbs. There are words with must, with the would, with the present, with the questions, can. So you simply have to look for the right song, and this is an exercise which is funny to do, and it relieves the stress from you a little bit, because while the pupils do the exercise, you can prepare something, for afterwards, or relax a while, or do something else. So this is an idea.
Yeah.
Other ideas could be simply, with the same system, ask the children to, how can I say, put half a screen on your Zoom or G Suite, whatever you're using, and use the other half of the screen to go on Wordswall, learning apps, whatever else, and do some exercises, which you can tell them by sharing the link, maybe on the chat or WhatsApp, whatever you want to. You give them the link, and they have to go there and do the exercise. Also, there are things like, for example, Google Documents or Koggle. Do you know Koggle?
No, I don't. Yeah. The point is that I would try to do something interactive while we are together, because I can give them the link whenever I want, and I can do it in the afternoon. Anyway, I can check very badly if they are working or not, even though I'm sharing my screen, and even though I'm seeing half of them, which I'm not sure we can do in our system. But even though I can see,
but I have to,
my control is very poor anyway.
No, they have to give you the final score, and you know.
Yes,
know.
Okay, I will try anyway, because I have.
I mean, it's an idea, of course.
But yes, but it's, you see, It can be very nice for the good one, but for the weak one, it's going to be disaster because I have poor devices. I mean, it's easy if you've got a computer screen in front of you, but if you have just a mobile phone, it's very difficult to do that. Or if you
that's
have
difficult because
tablet.
yes.
I know. I saw, last year when we went into the Didattica a Distanza, I had really a lot of problems with some weak ones. And then I said, come on, come to school and show me your device. And facing a tablet, a strange model that I didn't know, it was really hard to have the grasp of it. Okay. I was in difficulties because when they download, when I download on my computer, I can rename things, you see, and so I can have an order of the things I downloaded. But on the bloody tablet, they they couldn't do that. So they had tons of photos downloaded, all with the sigla, you see, DC 93 points, and they didn't know what they were doing, and they were the weak ones. Okay, so you see the delirium there.
Right.
So okay, I just hope that the delirium will last for 2 weeks and no more. I mean,
3 weeks, so they said.
Yes, Easter, we reach Easter, then we go back because
it seems it'll be for 3 weeks.
Yes, I mean 2.5 because then we have Easter.
Then there's Easter, yes.
Right, so let's see if they can survive and pass over. But I will do a song. I mean, I will go and do because that's easy. But I will try to go on. You see, I think I will try to go on with the oral questioning. So I was just doing that. You know, I know you involve a minority because the rest will do nothing. Okay. But the minority which is involved, I mean, I can finish up with my oral questioning. I was doing personality adjectives and comparatives and superlatives. So I can go on, ask them questions. And as they don't know what I am going to ask, they cannot copy. I mean, yes, they can receive an SMS or a WhatsApp message from the...
So, I mean, it's time requiring. I mean, it's not so easy.
Yes, it's not so easy during the lesson. So I think I will do that. I have prepared some photocopies to give them tomorrow so they can have some materials. I mean, if they have it, I can work on it. I can share it on my screen. And then we will have anyway a reduced amount of hours because we are not doing full time.
45 minutes?
No, we are. I think that I mean, I'm not sure because we are meeting the headmaster in a minute.
Later, yeah.
And I think she will reduce definitely our amount of hours. I mean, if I have 18 hours, I will not have 18 hours with my kids. I think I will have 10.
Why?
Because
we didn't reduce our hours last year.
Oh, we did. Because it is not safe for kids under 14 to stay online for 5 hours without a pause in the middle. So we are not making that because my headmaster, she's a headmistress actually, headmistress is very attentive to that. And so I know that some schools don't care, but the OMS, the organization, the World Health Organization, yes, said that it's not safe for kids stay in front of a computer for more than 3 hours without a pause. So we are not doing that.
I thought it was enough to have a break, some 10-15 minutes break every hour or every 2 hours.
Okay, but if we do that, we have to start at 8 and finish at 2 every single day.
Now, instead of teaching for 1 hour, 60 minutes, you teach for 45 minutes, and then the children can have a 15 minutes break or go and eat something, you know. Hopefully they won't stay with their mobile phone texting to each other, hopefully.
Okay, I think I would die myself if I have to do. Last year we didn't do that. You know, I have sometimes 4 hours, all one after the, how do you say that in English? All one after the other.
Yes, one
four in a row. I have got 4 in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
4 in a row. I think I can die 4 in a row. Okay.
Yeah.
Didattica a distanza. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not fit for that. I know I'm not a good. I'm a
old style.
Physical, so I must no.
Old fashioned.
Not really, but I'm physical. I must be there. Okay, so for me, behind the screen is really.
Don't tell me. I've been behind the screen since 2 p.m. I'm getting crazy today. And this morning I had some translation to do, so I worked on the computer as well. So yes, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yes, but nevertheless, you know also what? You can also make them do some exercises. For example, if you, my God, if you, you know, put away a little bit of the screen, you can also ask them to do physical exercises. So raise your hands and breathe in, lower your hands and breathe out. Raise your hands and breathe in, lower your hands and breathe out, for example, or jump, run on the place, I don't know, whatever.
I
always do that, yes. But I mean, you can do that. Sorry?
Normally not behind the screen when you are in the classroom.
Yes, but you can do that online as well.
It's called Pausa Attive. It's a system, you know, we are adopting in our school. Exactly. It's called Pausa Attive. And also we are in with the Chilometro Attivo. So every 3 hours we do 1 kilometer with around the school, turning. It's not much. I mean, it's three tour of the schools, it's not much. It's a nuisance when it's raining, okay? But anyway, right. Profe, non vogliamo piove. Let's go.
Yes.
And yes,
who cares about the rain? And in any way, in any case, in Verona, it doesn't rain a lot. So
see, I've decided. Oh, I'm very depressed about that because we have been working very hard to avoid that. I mean, I can say that I've put my little effort every single day of my life to avoid that. And here we are into Didattica Distanza again. So I have decided I have to take it really, really very easy.
yes.
It's for 2 weeks. I can do a minimum to keep them working a bit. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. And then we will have another piece of school, hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully, and I don't care too much because I'm not going to die like last year. I'm not.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Last year it was really stressful because, you know, yes, I know. Time was passing and you had to invent a lot of things to keep everybody, you know, concentrated on your lessons and so on. What about the others? Marina, Eliana, Antonella, you're not saying anything. Tell us something. It looks as if we're going back on DAD from Monday. Are you happy about it?
I don't know where they are. Maybe we are in Veneto and we are going back.
I live in Veneto. I live in Verona. Okay. I live in Verona. I work in Verona, and I'm very scared about Dad because maybe we have the Didattica Distanza from next Monday.
Not maybe, Antonella. It's not maybe. It is sure.
It is.
Is it already sure? 100%.
Voilà. Zaya said it is sure. Okay. The last point is the Consiglio dei Ministri. They are going tonight. They will have the DPCM or whatever it's called. And that's the final word, of course. We have to wait for the written text to say it is. But Zaya said it is, so it is.
But in my school, my colleagues told me that the teachers have to go to the school indeed without the students, because we have to go there and we connect with the students, because we have to guarantee the presence for the BES, DSA, or doctors' sons, or medical.
Yes.
I know, Antonella, that you see, we are meeting the headmistress for that, because if she's asking me that, if she's asking me that, I will definitely be ill on Monday. Definitely.
Don't you say it, Adriana? We're live on.
You are. We are online.
We're live online.
I don't care. I will definitely be ill tomorrow on Monday. My backbone will be aching too much to go to school. Okay, it's not fair. I mean, I have no children, but what about the teachers? The majority of them who do have children at home.
It's very hard.
Okay. What are they going to do if they have to go to school and the kids at home? We're not reading. Come on. Okay, we are not
themselves.
We're not kindergarten children. Okay, think about that. I mean,
in Lombardy, in Milan, we have DAD, but in presence we have student with special need and disability. But I now have the feedback about the school, because I'm at home, because in this week I had a vaccination. So
me too.
Me too.
I have a problem about AstraZeneca.
Everybody's having problems with AstraZeneca.
Yes.
It's terrible. How are you feeling now, Marina?
Yes. I had a fever 2 days and a big headache. Now I have fear because the news about AstraZeneca is terrible.
Yes, everyone complains of getting.
Look at me. I was stronger than the virus.
Okay.
Have you been vaccinated?
Oh, yes. And I was, they were, I don't know how you say hecatombe in English, but it was like that.
Yes, yes.
Because nobody went to school the day after.
Yes, everybody complains of getting high temperatures and terrible headaches, bone aches.
I went to school the day after.
Bone aches, and sometimes temperatures up to 39.6 degrees.
Yes, yes.
Horrible, horrible. And I think something like 50% of the people who got vaccinated with AstraZeneca are refusing to do the second shot. They said,
why? No, I'm doing the second shot.
Yes, yes, but I mean, for what I hear, something like 50% are saying, I don't want to do the second shot.
Okay,
I was
yes.
I felt horrible. I don't want to do the second
shot. Effects, Maria Pia. We had some side effects. I had some side effects, minor, not severe for me, but some of my colleagues had severe side effects, similar to the ones you said. But anyway, it was for 2 days. Come on. Okay, so we can go on, be strong, and do the second shot.
Second shot can be even worse than the first, they say. So, since the first has been so bad, many people decide that they don't want to try the second. They say it's okay.
No, I agree with Adriana. I had the vaccination this last Monday, and the day after I have the temperature and the other side effects. But I think that it is important that we had the vaccination, all the people.
I know, but personally, I'm very lucky. I'm working almost exclusively online at the moment. So I decided to wait for a month, maybe a couple of months, to see if in the meantime they will give us another kind of vaccine.
We won't, Maria Pia. they won't.
I don't know, because AstraZeneca is being taken away.
I know, but only one lotto, only one part of it, one number, you see.
2 for the moment.
Okay.
2 lots for the moment.
Lack of
And-
vaccine we have, they won't change we are having the AstraZeneca, and that's it, if you don't want it. But I mean, I know there are side effects. I was scared when I went to Maria Pia, because
you know what, Adriana? 3 people have died in Sicily, and one
it's not
English colleague in Naples.
But we've got to stop it, because this is not a very good way of doing things, because we don't know yet if that I have died, it's a fact, okay? We don't know yet if their deaths are linked or not linked to the vaccinum. So
yes, but it's a fact that they were perfectly all right. They went to get vaccinated, and 2 days afterwards they died.
Okay, but it's not, you need research. Is that when we say that this vaccinum is not good, this is good? Okay, we've got to wait. I know it's hard to wait when you don't know. I know, but you see, I trust science, and I say wait before. And also the countries that have that are called away the vaccinum because they don't know. I think we should trust science and wait a minute before saying it's your you are the one, it's your fault. Okay, come on. If I were the man's wife, of course it could be different, because three men have died, and that's the fact. And
one woman.
Yes, but you
colleague,
see,
a teacher
when they said the same thing for another, how do you say, vaccine? They said that beforehand, and then it was proven not true. Okay, so the links to the vaccine was not proven. Okay,
that was for only one case with Pfizer-BioNTech, and millions of people.
No, I'm not talking about the COVID vaccine. I'm talking about other vaccines.
Okay, right.
That. And
no, I'm not against the vaccines. I was happy to be vaccinated, to be honest. But then I heard all those cases. Everybody's getting ill and bad after being vaccinated with AstraZeneca.
I was really scared, you see, because when they opened the how do you say, the reservations, okay, all my colleagues, wow, let's go. I said, okay, you go, and I wait a minute.
I wanted to go, and I couldn't find any place, any available date, so I couldn't book the vaccine. But now I'm happy I didn't, and I'm going to wait, because I'm seeing what I trust in science myself. But at the same time, both EMA, and IFA, the Italian health organization, are influenced by politics, in my opinion. Look what's happening with the Sputnik, with the other vaccines. And so I don't trust in them, personally. It's like if you said, I trust in God, but I don't trust in the church. It's the same. I trust in science, but I don't trust 100% these organizations like EMA and IFA, whatever they are, because I think politics plays a great role with them, and I don't like it. And if they were serious, they would have said, wait a second, there are so many reactions, let's stop AstraZeneca for a while and check it again, which they're not doing.
They're not doing what they did with the two numbers, exactly what they
did. For the 2 lots, okay, but only for that lot. It's not enough. Reactions have been reported for everyone taking that vaccine.
My reactions.
More serious or less serious, but you know, everybody got reactions. And there are other vaccines. There's Pfizer-BioNTech, there's Moderna, and in Cuba there's what's it called? I don't know, Cuban one is very, very good. And there are other vaccines. Why should we go on with AstraZeneca and get so bad? No.
Because I've got my answer. Because you've got to decide whether you prefer to wait. Okay, make so the variable time, putting in the variable time, you wait because you have to plan for that. Ask Cuba, ask Russia, blah, 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 blah. So time passing, you've got to decide if you want to wait or if the variable time is fundamental and we should go on with what we have right now available, okay, which is not the Cuban one and not the Sputnik because it hasn't passed the test yet. Okay, so we've got to decide. I mean, it's politics. I agree with you. The decision is politics. We've got to decide whether waiting is better or going on is better.
But you know what? It's not a matter of not having passed the test. It's a matter of not having been tested yet. They're not taking it into account. They're not considering the possibility. Also with the Cuban.
Considering the possibilities. They are definitely considering the possibilities, but the Sputnik, they are considering. Okay, they are testing on the I don't know how you say the trials. You see that they have to produce all the trials that they have done. They are considering that. It's. I mean, the testing and the approval of vaccine and medicines and whatever has a number of steps, one after the others, and they are doing that. And I am grateful that they are doing that with the due attention and not too quick, because too quick is not always too good.
That's the problem. I think they've gone too fast, and I can understand the emergency and the urgency, but I think they're definitely going too fast and not being enough serious about it with AstraZeneca. So I don't know. I don't want to be vaccinated with AstraZeneca. No, thanks. I'll wait for a month or two and see if I've got other possibilities.
Yeah, maybe in June, maybe in June or July, you will.
Okay. It's okay. Luckily, I can afford it because I mostly work online. So I'm not in contact with dozens of children every day and dozens of colleagues and so on. So I can afford it. If I were you, I don't know, I'd probably say, let's hope for the best and go on with the vaccine, with the vaccination. But being in my shoes.
Yeah, I understand, Maria Pia, because when they said that we teachers should have the AstraZeneca, I said, not in my life. That was my first reaction, not in my life. Then again, I had to compare. See, you've got to wait. I am among kids that could be positive every single day of my life. So the variable is, I have to do it now. I cannot wait for 3 or 2 months. Okay. So you see, you've got to see your situation.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I can understand you, but you know, from my point of view, I prefer to wait. What will you do, Marina? Will you have your second shot?
I think yes, because in May, I think.
Yeah.
I'm very, very afraid about this.
About it. You're terrified, to be honest.
Yes, terrified.
Marina, have you had the first one, the first shot? Have you had it?
Yes, and she was very bad.
Okay,
she's been home for a week.
We have been given the date for the second shot. I already have it. Straightforward. When I went in for the first, we have been given the date for the second shot.
Yes.
Me too. Me too.
Yes. And Marina is due her second shot in May, aren't you?
In May. 26 May.
Okay, you know the date. Because I understood.
Yes, I know. Okay. But I hope that health minister change this opportunity, give us the possibility to take one only shot. I hope.
Only, yes. I don't know, because if it's been tested with the 2 doses, with the 2 shots, I don't know whether you'll be allowed. I mean, of course, you can refuse the second one, but in this case, you will not have, what is it, the
Covering. You will not have the covering. You're
yes,
covered.
yes. So, but yeah. Eliana, what do you think about it? Have you been vaccinated already?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Yes, I've been vaccinated 2 weeks ago, and
How
I
did
had
it go?
every single symptoms described: high temperature, fever, headache, terrible headache, everything. And but it just lasted for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Then everything was disappeared.
Yeah.
And some hours ago, I received an email from the ASL saying that my lot was the one that it was recalled.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes. And they wrote that we have to be
Under control.
Yes, no, that
Supervised.
we can, no, that we don't have to be frightened, because 2 weeks have passed, and they sent a document that we have to fill in, writing if we had severe
Reactions.
Yes.
Yeah.
And well, I'm frightened now. I know I did it 13 years ago.
13.
So I think
13 days ago.
Days ago. So I think it can be.
Yeah, should be okay.
Yeah.
So don't think about it anyway. There's nothing you can.
No, it's okay. More than, it cannot be so long. So you're okay. You're safe.
Okay.
The patient is still alive.
I survived.
Yes, the first shot.
The first shot, yes.
Oh, come on, Maria Pia, you are making terrorism.
No, sorry.
I think
sorry, I was joking.
Yeah,
Eliana, where do you live, Eliana?
I live in Lecce.
Lecce. Okay.
Yes.
My God. And when is your second shot due?
On the second shot on the 18th of May.
18th of May. By that time, they will have found the.
I think that they will do other tests and give us some good luck.
They will improve it. Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
About the school, we are in presence. Well, our president Emiliano let the families, the parents, choose what they want to do, so they can decide if they want dad or in presence for the. And it's a disaster, a real disaster.
It's crazy if you think about it.
Yes.
Do you mean that you can have half children in school?
Yes.
And half at home?
Yes. We have this situation in almost all the classes. In one of my class, I've got everyone in presence. And in the other 2 classes, we've got half and half. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Crazy.
But do you have a computer linked, and you just
we have to carry our computer, and we stay all the hours connected, because who is at home must have the same opportunities of the ones who are at school.
And do you have to take your own computer?
Yes, we can use the ones of the schools, but then we have to change. So everyone, every teachers prefer to carry on his
Bring their own. Yes,
Yeah.
you've got everything in your computer. It's,
yes, yes.
yes, it's easy.
Yes, no, it's not easy, Maria Pia. It depends from the school, because in my school it is not easy. It is impossible, because the connection to internet is not allowed to other.
I know it's terrible. The connection is terrible.
No,
Everyone uses
cannot.
his own telephone. His own
Use
mobile
your
phone.
telephone? No way. I'm not using my way. No, I'm saying that it's crazy. I don't want. I mean, I can do it once when it happens, because there is let's say for a teacher
emergency
meeting and the connection doesn't work. Okay, I can go in, but I'm not going to use every single hour of lesson my connection for the school. Not ever. I'm not doing it. No,
because I mean it's expensive. So why should you pay for to do your job? You're not supposed to pay for it.
There are some classrooms in which there is a good connection, but in others it's terrible. So we prefer to use our mobile phones.
Devices.
Eliana, how many hours do you teach in presence? How many in distance?
No, we have every hours
blended.
In both
modalities. She's blended. So you didn't reduce your timetable. So you're doing every single hour.
Yes, every single hours. Every teacher has the two modes.
Okay, in my school is different. In my school is like in Adriana's school, because we reduce the half hours. We have not 30 hours per week, but only 15 or 17 maybe.
But where are your students?
At home.
Now we are in presence, but from Monday we start with Didattica Distanza.
Yes, but we have the problem that we have half at school and half at home. We cannot do reduced hours.
Okay.
Yes, our timetable must be complete.
You cannot die either. I mean, I couldn't cope with it. Simply, it's very easy. I couldn't cope with it. It's very difficult.
Why don't you put all the children in presence together in one class?
You can't, Maria Pia, because you can't mix students.
No, you can't. You can't.
You're right. Yeah.
No, you can't.
We have been trying all through these months not to mix up students. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Now it's better than before, because before every day a student could decide to go to school or to stay home. Now, what the parents chose at the start of the ordinanza, it has to last for the period.
For the whole, at least you know. At least you know who should be with you and who shouldn't. Antonella, but what do you teach? How many hours do you work per week?
I teach Italian history and geography, and my students are at school for 30 hours per week.
Yes, but you work only 18 hours.
18 hours, yes.
Okay, yes.
And where we have the timetable for the Didattica Distanza, and in this case I teach
9 or 10 hours.
9 or 10 hours, yes. About
have you already done that, Antonella? Have you already done that before? No, not yet.
Sorry, can you repeat?
You haven't been on Didattica Distanza before, or you have?
No, but we have some students that stay at home because they are positive to the COVID. Okay. So we were at school with the students, and we connect with the other students at home, but only in some hours, not all the hours. So
we haven't done that. We haven't done that. Our headmistress decided that for the positive ones, we had only the asynchronous. Okay, so we sent them the lessons, we sent them materials, but not in presence. So we reached them after school. It was very heavy because when you have the presence and the asynchronous, you have to prepare two different things.
Both, yes.
No, it's not both, not the same. You cannot just post the same thing.
No, I know. You have to prepare both lessons,
so,
which are very different. Yes.
Anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do on Monday, but I'm sure I'm not going to die. That's for sure. No, it was really.
And is there something I can send you? I don't know, some videos, some.
No, because you see, you have given us a lot of things, and I have your links, your ideas. Okay,
Yeah.
so but I would like to go on a bit
with your
what
program, of course.
Okay, so I think I will just finish the interrogazioni and that's it. Propose something that propose a bit of what I was doing, and it will be slower. It will be less effective. We know that, but okay. I'm not going to die, that's for sure, because last year it was really terrible. I spent hours and hours correcting stuff. And when I sent back to the students, they didn't even look at it. They didn't download the things. I said, what? I spent 10 hours to correct it and then you don't look at it? No way, it's not going to happen again.
Well, yes, well, that was bad on their part. You should have, told them, you must check what I'm sending you.
I'm not at all, Maria Pia, you see, that's the point. The gap between those we have careful family and those we haven't is a big gap.
Widened, yes, so widened even more, yeah, I can imagine, yeah.
Some of them,
and this gap is increasing.
Widening.
Is increasing in this situation in didattica a distanza. The difference between good families and bad, unlucky families is worse.
Yeah, getting worse.
Yeah,
getting worse and worse. Yeah.
But anyway, we have trained them. We have trained them at the beginning. We have trained them just, you see, just on the managing the system, managing the connection. We have trained them, okay? We have done a lot of work on that. Basta. I say basta. That's it.
Yes, at the beginning of the school year, we were taught to give all the necessary explanations and show them and how to behave in case we had to go back in DAD. So they should know, yeah.
But not only explanation. We effectively put the projector on in the classes. We had them go personally on the computer, put on your credential, enter your PIN, put your password, do it a lot of times again and again and again. Stop, basta. Okay, we have done it.
Yes, yes.
If someone says, I don't find my password, I will answer, it is your problem.
It's your problem, because you should know better. Yes. Right, so that was for, Isa, there's something I can do for you. I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I don't know.
Now we have some brilliant ideas. I mean, you see that you've got to see so many things. If it works, if the connection is good, if I can see my students, there are too many if.
Yeah.
So I will plan something and try to do it. If it doesn't work, okay, I will go on the lyrics, blah, blah, as you saw and as you showed, and I will put on a song and say, okay, do it. Oh, the class terza say, go on the Zanichelli and do some invalsi, that's better for you, okay, son.
It's strange really to listen to you talking like this, Adriana, because I could see it from the beginning that you're very, how can I say, very serious teacher who works very seriously and who likes her job and cares about her students. And now you're so tired of everything.
Yeah. No, it's too much, Maria Pia. It's too much. We have been working very hard, okay, and then we are here. But I mean, if we knew it were on from here
going on for 1 year, yes,
end of the school, I would say, okay, we must get ready, prepare. But if it is for 15 days, come on, if I fall down the stairs and I break my leg, it's 15 days and it's the same, okay?
Same, yes, exactly, yes.
Back to their order, okay.
Yeah. I know. And who was it? Brunetta, maybe? I don't know. Some minister proposed, no, maybe the education minister, I don't know who proposed it, to go on with the schools till something like July or...
It was the president,
Draghi himself. Okay,
yes,
anyway.
himself.
So can you believe it?
Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know un'emerita bad word beep about the school? So we have been in presence up to now. I haven't missed one single day of school. What the hell do we have to recover? Sorry. Okay. So if you say, let's work even in summer, I am one of the pro. I see that I'm favorable to that. Okay. I think that we could work more. As teachers, we could work more and having less holiday during the summer. But let's talk about having the kids, because you, Draghi, go in my oven class, okay, in my oven class in July, and you teach the kids, and then you say if it is possible or not possible, okay? And then when you try, you see.
Yes, at least air conditioning should be put in every school, because it's absolutely crazy to stay in a room, even in June. Imagine July, August. Crazy, completely.
Imagine
crazy.
in Lecce.
Okay.
Too hot.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it's absolutely impossible. When we have exams in July, we tried the room, even if it's small, with the air conditioning, maybe the secretary or whatever it was, or we brought our own fan, to move the air, because it's simply crazy to stay in a room in June, July, and August. With a couple of people, just imagine with the whole class, it's absolutely impossible. Absolutely.
You know, the first school I taught in some years ago, I'm not naming the school, of course, we went to do the exam in the cellar, which was the only place.
Yes, we too. We went everywhere. It was a little bit cooler because it was so hot, really.
Okay, but anyway, we will see even for the exam, because we definitely don't want another fake exam like last year, okay? Because
unfortunately, it's going to be more or less like that.
It's not going. The ordinanza is very clear, okay? So this time we have an ordinanza which says the elaborato is only the starting point of your exam. So after that, it's up to every single school to build on it, okay? If you just want to stop it and you are happy with the elaborato and that's it, it's your problem. In our school, we just take the ordinanza very, very alla lettera, as you say. And it says the elaborato is the starting point. It's like when you start with choose your topic, okay? You say, choose your topic, okay?
And then from there, you move on.
And the ordinanza is very clear. And it says, you've got to deepen Italian, maths, and the 2 foreign languages. And we exactly are going to do that. So
you're taking it literary.
Yes, but okay. Yes. Last year it was a joke. Okay, come on. So.
Well, I mean, nobody was prepared to it last year. So this year we should be more prepared, and they should be more prepared, the children as well.
In presence, I mean, hopefully, because we don't know right now, it is in present, so they cannot read, they cannot copy, they cannot have their mother suggesting from the back, they cannot have, they are with us.
Posters behind.
Adriana, are you talking about the secondary school, the high school?
No, the
middle school.
Scuola media.
Okay, okay.
Where do you teach, Eliana? Do you teach in a
Scuola
secondary
media,
school?
scuola media, but I this year I haven't got the third year.
Okay.
Sorry?
This year I haven't got the third year classes.
Ah, okay, so no exams.
No, last year it was terrible. I was the coordinatrice.
Coordinator, yes.
And it was terrible. My headmaster called us
20 times a day.
Yes, every day. There weren't Sundays,
This was missing.
Saturdays. They doesn't exist. It was every week. No, it was really a nightmare. A nightmare.
I can imagine.
And it was pagliacciata at the exam.
That was the point, you see, because I mean, I'm not against the laborato, but some kids worked properly, some were really prepared, and we, of course, we gratified them, but some were really kidding. And some were cheating.
Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
It was worse than that. You see, but you see, they had post-it and written things on the screen.
Yes, they only read.
They read, but you see what the problem was, that some of them had glasses as you have, okay, and so we could see in the reflex of the written text on the glasses, and so also we could see like that. You see, I can put my camera on because some of them were talking like that. Okay, so I have
Yes.
Yes.
What page was it?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And it was a circus because there were parents near them, and they believed that what their children were reading was a success because they were talking, because they didn't stop. No, it was terrible.
So I had one of my colleagues, which is an Italian teacher, and he is very strict. One of the Italians said, "Sorry, madam, can you leave the room, please?"
Yes.
It was like that. No, not again. Okay, please, not again.
No, not again.
No. Well, yes. Strange period.
Okay, but we trust that we can have a serious exam this year because you see, we have tried last year, so we have an idea of what we don't want. Okay,
Yes,
it's going to be different. Also, because it is for the kids, it's important because they haven't been through an exam before.
Yes,
so
it
it's
is
important for them to have an exam before the maturità.
Yes, a serious one.
Okay,
Yes.
really, so we are going in for the Invalsi, and I hope we could have the Invalsi because this is a trial for them. The Invalsi is difficult, especially the English one is really difficult for them. And then they have to face the commission with all the teachers together. So I think we could, if we are serious and we close now, I really hope that we could be free. I mean, free to meet one student at a time in June with a commission together, the teachers in presence and one kid at a time facing us. I can personally clean the table if this is the problem.
Yes, yes, it's a phase of their life, which is, I mean, it learns something. Yeah. Having to pass an exam is something which helps them to grow up because they will have plenty of exams in their lives. And it's good that they start with this one, with the teachers they know, with the program they know, and so on and so on.
Yes.
Without stress, but without avoiding it. It's something to be faced and, overcome. So, Marina, tell us something. What school are you teaching? What kind of school? Are you teaching in a middle school or in a secondary school? Marina, can you hear us? Okay, she's not hearing us. Antonella?
This is exactly what happens when we teach the didattica a distanza. Are you still there? Anybody there, please?
Yes. You know what? You should ask continuously short questions with a short answer, yes or no, you know, and ask them to show you, for example, how many kids are there, and they have to show you, or if you cannot see them, they have to write it on the chat, for example. And yes, also because if they see children tend to think that there's nobody unless they see him or her. And if you ask for them to write the answer and keep them connected, everybody realizes that the others are still there, you know, as if in presence. And
that's a good point. I can ask them to write in the chat, but you see, writing in English is very difficult for them. You've got
very simple questions like how many children are there in this picture, and they have to dial the number. Or something like
I can ask them to write a sentence with must, mustn't, or with a comparative. I mean, if the spelling is not.
Do you think A is bigger than B, or
yes. If the spelling is not perfectly correct, it's the same. I don't care, of course, because on the keyboard it's difficult for them to control. I've seen that for the Invalsi, because I have just been this morning with my two class third in the lab to try the Invalsi. Okay, and the first time I went, they said, but it's very easy. Wait for me. Today I went in for the listening level A2, and I said, it's impossible, teacher. Okay, face it. You asked for it because it's very quick and the pronunciation is very strict. And I thought it was easy, and it is not easy, and it is quick. Because if you get lost, it doesn't wait for you. Okay.
So that's the problem. They have to understand perfectly what's the best way to behave. I mean, if you miss a word, doesn't matter. Go on and concentrate on the rest. Don't stop there and miss all the rest, you know.
Yes, but the problem is it's what we call a double task, because I have to listen, and in the meanwhile they have to write. They have to write simple things. Luckily, sometimes just a letter, A, B, C.
Nevertheless, though,
sometimes they have to what, and they have to get ready to that, move the mouse, go into the correct place, dial on the keyboard, write the word, and in the meantime, blah, blah, blah.
In the meantime, the listening is finished.
Okay, but I'm training them to use the best the first 20 seconds that I have to analyze the task. Okay, if it is a picture, look for the images, check it. Can you see kids? Okay, clothes, physical description, hair, because that's the word that you will find, and that's that's the question you will be asked. Okay, so it's not easy. Okay, we can try, and some of them will have a bad Invalsi, and I can survive.
Yes, of course, everybody will survive the Invalsi, but yes, but if they know beforehand what they have exactly to expect to do, it's much easier, you know. So yes, good idea. Give them examples. Yes.
And tips also. I gave them some tips. Okay, so find the keywords. Look for if it is a written answer. Find the keywords. What's the keyword in this question? Okay, go onto the text. Go back to the text and check for it. Find that. If it is not that word, find the synonym. Okay, so we are working on synonyms at the moment. But okay, it's time demanding. If I do that, I cannot do other things.
Yeah. Also, sometimes it's a good idea to start from the bottom, meaning you read the possible answers and then you read the text. In this way, you don't...
But you know, the most difficult ones are the one with the open for, you have to write maximum of 4 words. That's the worst one because you have to write.
Yeah, short sentences.
Yes.
Subject, verb, object. Subject, verb.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to go. I
have to go. Okay. Bye, Adriana. It's always very nice to talk to you.
Let's see in 15 days if we have survived. Okay.
Bye, Adriana.
Bye,
bye. Bye, bye.
Bye, Adriana. Bye, bye. Yes, yes. Are you worried about the Imbalsi test, Marina, Antonella, Eliana? Are you worried about it?
I teach Italian, and I worry too because the difficulties are different, but the students for the students is very difficult the Prova Invalsi because they have not much time. Short time, and they have to read two stories and answer to many questions, and they have a part of a grammar part. It is about all the 3 years of the middle school. It is very difficult because some students don't remember all the programs we studied 2 years before. So it's very difficult.
I know. Moreover, when you need a story, sometimes you enjoy it and so on, but at the end of it, you don't really remember what they ask you, because so that's why I told that probably it's better for them to read the questions before and then read the story so that they know what to look for.
Yes, maybe it is possible, but the difficulty sometimes is that the answer are 4 and 2 answers are very similar. So they have to catch the real situation. And sometimes one is not good, the second is quite good. 2 are very similar.
Very similar. And sometimes they have to work in deduction,
Yes.
Use things.
They could find the answer reading the story. They have to think about it, to make an hypothesis. I can say. Okay, and it is not so easy for many students.
You're right.
They have the situation of the meaning of the story, but not the particular they are asking in the question.
Yeah. Moreover, of course, it's a stressful moment. So even if somebody is normally good, it can be, not so good in that moment because it's under stress, a stressful situation. So yeah.
With the computer, it is worse.
Yeah, because they're not used to type on the computer.
Yes. Okay.
But there should be, an advantage with the computer. It should correct your misspelling, doesn't it? No, maybe not during the Kelsey test.
No, it is easier for us when we have to correct it, because some years ago we have to correct the paper, and it is
handwriting can be horrible.
Impossible.
Sometimes.
Okay, it is impossible. Then we have to correct on the computer. It is difficult, but now we send all the tests to Invalsi, I don't know,
somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere we have only the results.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as a teacher, I prefer this system, but the students.
But the students prefer the you.
I don't know. I don't know what they prefer. Maybe they don't want to do the prova invalsi.
Yes, I can imagine. Well, it's okay. If it goes well, it goes well. If it doesn't go very well, it's okay. It doesn't go very well.
Yes.
There might be a number of reasons. Tell your teacher, your students that they don't have to feel they are stupid or something like that because their invalsi test maybe scored badly.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there can be many different, reasons for that. So
yes, absolutely.
They don't, very important, it's very important that they don't lose their self-esteem and, because it's
yes,
important.
but for one test in in their life, it is
Their life,
yes, it's possible.
it's the test which is stupid.
Yeah, yeah, and they agree. All they agree in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't have students who need to do the invalsi, but I'm osservatore esterno.
Yeah, now outside observer.
Yes, for the classi campione, for the.
Yes, for the sample classes.
Okay.
Classes.
And I had sample classes. Okay, thank you, Maria Pia. And this year, the invalsi for the 5th year is not necessary for the admission to the exam. So they are more relaxed. The students are more relaxed. And last week I went to Reggio Emilia to observe them, and they had
better results.
The first test on Wednesday. But a group of students occupied the school, so they closed all the entrances, the entries, and we cannot do the invalsi test. We couldn't
do the invalsi test.
Yes. We couldn't do the invalsi test.
Why was the school occupied?
Because the students knew that the day after Reggio Emilia would be a red zone.
Would be, yes.
Would be a red zone.
Yes.
And
they want the school to close.
Yes, they wanted to go to school and not to be in DAD. And so just seven students occupied the school. But the headmaster didn't manage with the carabinieri, with the carabiniers to catch them out.
Yes, carabiniers. Yes.
He couldn't manage to
send them away.
To send them away. They went away at 5:00 p.m.
Yeah.
And the day after, the headmaster needed to sanify the school.
Yes, to sanify.
Yes, because they went everywhere in the schools, sanify, and so they didn't do the tests. Now they have delayed
yes.
them.
Postponed it
to April.
Yes,
to April.
April. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're going back to Reggio Emilia in April?
Well, I don't know, because I went there and it was expensive. I went there because my sister lives there and I wanted to visit her, but I couldn't because she was near Reggio Emilia and her village was red, in a red zone. So I couldn't visit her.
So no exam observation,
No exam,
no visit to your sister.
It was a disaster. It was a disaster.
It was a disaster, completely useless.
Yes, we don't know, maybe after Easter, because they will be on the 14, 15 and 16 of April.
Yeah.
Maybe, we don't know, the situation in Reggio Emilia will be better.
Who knows in more than 1 month what will happen?
We don't know, we don't know.
Horrible. It's really frustrating. It's really, yes.
But Eliana, sorry, Eliana, do you teach English?
No, I always forget how to say it. Insegnante di sostegno.
Ah, okay.
Supporting teacher.
Okay.
Supported teacher, but I can teach Spanish. Not
okay.
English. My English is terrible, I know.
Yeah. You know, with the lyrics training, you can also choose Spanish. Not only you can choose Spanish, but they will tell you if it's something like Spain Spanish or Latin American Spanish. Yes. What kind of Spanish it is?
Yes, I've already known lyrics training. Sometimes I use it with students. Yes, when I have to supply my colleagues, sostituire, supplenze. Okay. Yes. Sometimes I use it with the students, not my students.
Yeah. So yes, you have to do something, you know, easy and
yes, easy and funny.
Pleasant.
Every student likes lyrics training.
Yeah. So when you substitute a colleague, you do something like that. Scusa, substitute, l'ho scritto sbagliato con la U. Substitute. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yes. And what happened to Marina? Where's Marina? Marina, can you hear us? No, she's definitely gone. I hope she hadn't died. She didn't feel very well because of the vaccination. I hope she's okay. Yes, she is. I'm sure she is.
Maybe she's sleeping because
sleeping. She fell asleep.
Yes, the day after my vaccination, I was always sleeping.
Me too. I slept a lot, hours and hours.
I was on my bed, in my bed with my cat, and we are always we were always sleeping.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, all cats can sleep 20 hours per day. Yes,
me too.
That's I can imagine. Me too. But that's what a lot of people report: feeling very, very tired, exhausted, and needed in need of long hours of sleep. Yes.
Yes.
But the day after, I was very strong because I have slept many hours. So I work in my garden. I clean the house. I did many works because I'm very strong, and I suppose that they put in my body some strange substance. some strange.
Yes, to give you energy, energizer.
Didn't you go
Like
to
Some
Superman.
energizer.
Didn't you go to school the day after?
No, no, I stay at home 2 days
Ah,
after the
okay.
vaccination, because
no,
the first day after the vaccination I slept all the day, and the day after, the second day, I have an headache, but not the temperature, only the headache, but I prefer to stay at home because I'm not feeling very good, so I stay at home. Then I was very strong.
Yes.
I did
Yes.
the vaccine on Saturday.
Sorry?
I was vaccinated. I've been vaccinated on Saturday, and I felt bad on Sunday, but on Monday I went to school.
Yeah.
The same.
It
I
depends.
was
Yes.
vaccinated
Yeah.
on Monday. I stay at home on Tuesday and Thursday. I go to work on Thursday.
Okay, so
You went to work on Thursday. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you went to work on Thursday. So you slept long hours, not many hours. You slept long hours. Or if it's in the morning, you can say I overslept. Instead of getting up at 8 o'clock, for example, I got up at 10 o'clock. I overslept.
Okay.
Yes, and then
so on Sunday I usually overslept.
Oversleep. You usually oversleep.
Yes, oversleep. Okay.
Yes.
But during
sleep, il verbo
oversleep, yes. Yeah.
To sleep, slept. Yes.
Okay.
But during the week, you wake up early.
Yes, and during the
Holidays?
vaccine, I slept long hours.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so what will you do as a supporting teacher if you already are on DAD, aren't you? Yes. And so what do? You stay in the class with the other teacher?
Yes. I always stay with them, with my student. But 2 days ago, he broke a leg, and now he's not coming at school. Or he's not
and
going.
So you
to
help
school.
with the rest of the class.
So yes,
I'm
with the rest of the class. I substitute a lot because there are a lot of teachers who are not very well, who have some problems. We don't.
Yes.
I think they are really frightened because they are old and they are not going to school
Willingly.
They did a lot of absence. No.
Yes, they stayed home a lot of days.
Yes.
So they took many days off.
They took many days off. Sometimes 2 days a week, and it's very difficult to substitute them because if they took 2 days off every week,
yes.
The headmaster.
How can they do that? You can't take.
We don't because they are old. They are tired. They cannot manage to stay in presence and in dad at the same time. It's difficult for them. It's really difficult. And they decided to stay at home. And it's a big problem for the school because we have to cover their hours.
Yes, but I can understand it's difficult for them. I can understand it's tiring and everything, but unless they are ill, they're not allowed to stay home.
They are not ill.
Yes.
They are not ill.
Yes, so that was my question. How can they stay home if they are not ill?
They have some legge 104 and
okay.
and then they say they are not okay.
Yeah, they can do it 1 week, twice, not every.
No. We have the
not a
same.
week for the whole week.
They are always the same 2 or 3 teachers who are always at home. And we know our headmaster. Yes, our headmaster.
Doesn't he do anything?
No.
Doesn't he do anything?
My headmaster?
What you mean? Yes.
He asked us to be with them in the hours they are at school. So the supporters teachers are always with these teachers. We know it's not a good
Nevertheless, they stay home.
Yes, they.
And nevertheless.
Yes, because we cannot do their lessons. They have to stay with the computer and to do both lessons with the ones at home and the ones at school. And they didn't manage.
They don't feel like it.
They are old. So when they are at home, we have to
able.
substitute them. And it's difficult because, for example, my student, the one in the first class is very terrible. Is like ADHD. Yes, he cannot stay
quiet. Yes.
Quiet. No.
He's very lively. Yes.
Yes.
Lively. Very lively. He cannot stay still.
He didn't do the entire hours. He arrives late and goes home before the others.
Yes, he arrives late and goes home earlier than the others.
Yes. He arrives at 9 o'clock and goes home at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And the others
it's still a lot. It's still 4 hours.
4 hours. 4 hours.
Yeah.
The others do 6 hours.
6 hours, I know. But it's still a lot for a person with such a, you know.
We know.
Yeah.
And there is an...
have him do something. Make him do something. Give him something to...
Yes. I have all these strategies. And fortunately, after... Luckily, after Christmas, we had another person, an educatrice, who
supported
made...
you.
Yes. She stays 2 hours a day from 9 to 11 every day, and we stay together for 1 hour, and we make a lot of plays. We organize some practical activities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you made a lot of games. You made El Passato di Make. Yes, you organized a lot of practical activities and so on. Yeah. It's difficult, I know. Yeah. What about you, Antonella? Have you got some special need children in your classes?
Now, in this period, yes, I have in one of my class, I have 2 best, and in the other class, I have 1 DSA. And in this class, there is students that have great problems because he's I don't know.
Concentration problems.
No. Aspetta, autismo. I don't know.
Autism.
But he is all out of the class with the support teacher because it is very, very.
Yeah. You cannot work
No.
when he is in the class.
It cannot work. Last year we did a laboratory, inclusion laboratory, and we made a castle with the paper with the color, and he was in the class with us. But now with COVID it is impossible because he
touches everything, yes, and
yes,
everyone, yeah.
He is without a mask because it took it.
Yeah, he takes it away. He takes it away. Yes.
Away.
Yes, he cannot stand it. I can imagine.
No, it is impossible.
So BES, not the BES, and DSA, not the DSA.
Okay.
BES, DSA. Yeah. They pronounce the letters one by one when it's what is it?
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Yeah. No problems. Yeah. It's a problem, I can imagine. Yeah.
And,
so is Marina back or is she still away? Marina, are you back? No, she's still away. Okay, so
Maria Pia, I try in these days I try free rice, the site that you show us free rice.
Free rice, yes.
Yes, it is very
funny
and useful for me because I teach geography.
Oh yes, you can choose a geography, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And you do a kind of a CLIL actually, because you teach geography in English because all the questions and the answers are in English.
Yes.
So your students have to understand English to reply correctly, you know. And
yes, it was very funny.
Have you tried as well, Antonella?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I'm thinking if there's something else I can tell you. I don't know. Because I've given you quite a number of. Oh yes, what I was trying to tell Adriana is that you can work together on documents thanks to Google Doc, for example, or Cobol. Do you know Cobol? Do you know Cobol or Google Documents?
No. By Google Documents, yes, because it is in Google Suite. We use every day.
Yes, and so you can work together on that document, you know, or Cobol. Cobol is also very nice because you can make diagrams, pies, these kind of things, and everybody can, yes, see, collaborative mind maps and flow charts. For example, if you want to, you can use the version, pay version, but you can also use the free one. So let's use the free one. You see, you can make a chart here or a diagram. For example, let's write something, I don't know, schools in DAD, and let's say problems. Problems of schools in DAD. You can, of course, leave it like that or make it, you can also change the thickness of the word, put it in italics, insert pictures, insert whatever you want to. So let's leave it like that. Then here you can add one of the problems. For example, what are the problems?
Connection.
Yes, bad connections. Bad connection. Again, bad connection. You can change the yes, put it in bold or in italics or whatever, or you can even insert. You can even insert a website URL and you know that the video comes out, for example. We won't do that though because I don't know what else to. So let's say bad connection. Sorry. Okay, so bad connection is 1. I want it larger. How can I make it larger? Sorry. Okay, I'm not very good at it, but anyway, and you know what you can do? I can send you the link and why can't I format the text? Anyway, it's okay. Let's leave it like that. If I send you the link, clicking up here, you can invite people to join this Kaggle. So I can write your email here and send you the link, and you can click and work on it together with me, or I can have the link here. Share Google. I want a new link. That's the link. Copia, incolla, and I can send you the link. And we can work on the diagram together. You can add something here, for example. What's another problem? What can be another problem? Students do not pay attention, for example. I don't know. Or you can add another problem here. What can be another problem?
Parents.
Hello, can you hear me?
Parents.
Parents can be a serious problem. Of course, you can move it. You can, you know, take it and you can move it wherever you want to. See, and make all the diagrams you want to. See? Poncho up. Can you find a poncho? Yes, poncho up. These are the possibilities. Anyway, let's put it back. Every time there's a dot, you can add something or you can move. Okay, okay. So, and you can work on a chart like this, on a diagram like this, all together. So I can write something, you can write something, Antonella can add something else, Eliana can add something else, and make a diagram all together. Simply
like a brainstorming.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Simply by inviting people or sharing the link with them. So it's like a Google Doc, only It's for diagrams and so on. And as I told you, instead of writing something, you can put a link and insert a video or insert some a picture, image, whatever. So that's also interesting to do. Yes, especially if you work in DAD, because as I told you, you can ask your children to shorten the video with the Zoom or whatever you use, put it half page and use the other half page to work on the diagram or to do something else.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's useful, you know. Or with the Google Documents, they can help writing a story, or I don't know, you can write the first sentence like it was a dark, stormy night. And then they have to go on, each one add a sentence and see what comes out. If you're doing the past, or if you're doing the present, it's a dark, stormy night, and somebody can add something like, I'm cold and frightened, and so because I've just heard the wolf in the forest. And so on and so on. Everybody can add something, and you can make up a story, for example, with the Google Documents or with the COBOL. You can represent a story, insert images, make diagrams, these kind of things.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Very good.
Couple of ideas, because I know it's difficult to teach online to young students. It's not difficult for me, but with adults, it's all different, of course. But with the teenagers, it's a nightmare, I can imagine. Yeah. What else can I suggest you to do? Let's see. Yes, the idea is to ask questions continuously with short answers and personal ones. Like, for example, and the magic word is imagine. You can say everything with imagine, and it activates parts of your brain, you know, creative, the ability to create something. So if you want to, I don't know, make any explanation, you can start with, imagine you need to do this. What would you do? Francesco, what would you do? Rosanna, what would you do? Pinco Pallino, something, you know, very easy, but to keep them engaged and involved, and to show the others that they are still all there. Because as I told Adriana, if the children don't see each other, they tend to think that they're not there, the others are not there, you know. And this, how can I say, disconnection with the rest of the class is very bad. But if they hear their schoolmates, or they see their answers on the chat, or these kind of things, they feel they are still, you know, together as a class. Oh, I don't know, Julia said so. Oh, look, Maurizio is the usual silly boy. He didn't understand a word, and so on and so on. You know, they still feel the link between them.
They need to be involved.
Exactly. Yes. So questions. You have to change your way of teaching from giving a lesson to extracting the lesson from them, asking questions. Because if you simply talk to them, they stay in front of a computer for 2 minutes, and then their, you know, fantasy goes everywhere else. But stay in the middle of the frame So, and with a blank or empty wall behind you, so that they're not distracted by pictures or toys or whatever they can see behind you. Do not use the virtual backgrounds because they're very evocative. If you put a virtual background with, I don't know, a beautiful sea with the palms, you've already lost them. They will think about going to the seaside and so on. So a blank, an empty wall behind you, and a blank background, you at the center, and try to move a lot and gesticulate a lot because it attracts attention. And also play with your tone. Don't use the same tone of voice. Act out your lesson. Wow, you know what I saw? I thought, woo, all these, things which attract their attention because they need to be caught up. To catch, caught up. Caught è passato di catch.
The most important thing I think is they have to feel involved in the class, because
yes.
the most the problem is that they can think to leave the school, and and in
Yes.
period
If they lose connection with their schoolmates, they might think, I don't want to be alone with the teacher. I don't like,
they feel alone, and when they have to return to school, they don't want to return. They want to leave. They want to leave the school forever.
Yes. To abandon school, yes.
So bound.
So yes, so keep up the connection between them by asking questions, basically. If you can see them, it's perfect. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's much better. But if you cannot see them because of a privacy or whatever, and you've got the blank screens in front of you with only the name maybe, it's important to make them hear their schoolmates, to show them or see what they write in the chat, see if you share a document, see that other people are working on it, because in this way they realize that they're still together as a class and they're not alone. And that's important at that age.
Very important, because friends are the most important person for them.
For a teenager, yes. For a teen, then you grow out of it and you can do by yourself and so on. But for a teenager, friends are very, very important. Very important. So yeah. So these are my suggestions, basically.
Yes.
What else? Yeah. Yes, if you can see them, you can make them react to your questions. For example, do you think from 0 to 10, how important do you think it is this thing? And they can show you the number, or they can put it on the chart and maybe say, oh, Giulio, why did you write 3? Why did you give this score? Or you can ask them to, is it better, do you prefer A or B? How much do you like B in comparison with A, and so on, But if you don't see them, use the chat, use the diagram, the Cobble or Google Documents to share diagrams and so on. And keep asking questions, because if they hear their schoolmates, they realize they're still there. Yeah, that's my suggestions. Probably there's much more I could suggest you, but it doesn't come out now.
No, it is very good suggestions. Thank you, Maria.
I can think about it for a while, and I can send you a few points. Yeah. in case they can be useful to you. So,
Okay.
it's
Have to
already
go.
Thank you, Maria Pia.
Yes,
Thank you,
it's
Maria
already
Pia.
7 o'clock. Thanks to you. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Beautiful
Bye-bye.
night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.